Okay, before I do anything on this review, this is gonna be different, okay? Until I figure out the audio and you're wondering why I'm wearing this mask right now, you see, today I've had some dental work. I am taking a lot of pills for the pain right now, and I rather not show my mouth because, there is still work to be done, and even I don't really want to look at it right now. It's not like my dentist is bad or anything. It's just something needs to be fixed, and I don't feel comfortable talking to see what you need to see. So that's why I am wearing this mask. And if there is a SmackDown review tomorrow, I will try to do that just in audio form when I have to go back to the dentist tomorrow, or unless it's fixed, then I'll be able to talk. But until further notice, I am going to be talking with this mask on because I just took some pills, and I am going to do this review while I do not have any pain in my mouth right now. Until that medicine wears off, I am going to do this review. So this is why I am wearing a mask right now, because I just don't feel comfortable opening my mouth. But somehow I'm gonna get through this review one way or another, even though there was a lot of still bullshit going on with Monday Night Raw tonight. And what do we start off with? Can Raw even come back with a higher rating after, they popped big with all the legends last week, huh? Especially Stone Cold. They talked about the WWE Championship at one point. They started with a video package first, and it was about the WWE title. But then I'm thinking, like, okay, this sounds important. But then they talk about May 20th, 2019, that this is all of a new era because of the 24/7 title. So surprisingly, the first part of the show is dedicated to the 24/7 championship. It had a whole narrator and everything. And then they start showing how, there's no time for celebrations. It's 24/7 title. Either any man, woman, or senior citizen can win this championship, especially all the hot potatoing last week with that 24/7 title. They tried to make this thing important but silly at the same time. But then again, people say this is like one of the highest rated things on Raw, so that's why people want to see this title to begin with. Next thing you know, an entire group of job guys mostly were on the outside of the ring as the mosh pit or something. And this was a tag match for the 24/7 title. Truth and Carmela, did their whole entrance thing. People still say what's up and a little remix to it. Went against, Spud and his wife, Renee Michelle, in a mosh pit tag match. Because even when they threw Spud out of the ring, they pretty much picked him up and threw him in. I guess everybody's supposed to be a lumberjack. I don't know why they call it a mosh pit. I would just call this a lumberjack match. But just, what Carmela and Renee just kind of some cat fight type of brawl. Look like Spud put his way back in the corner. Truth did like a front suplex, and the match was like a minute 55. There wasn't much to talk about. But the next thing you know, all the job guys just dogpile Truth. Like, they all dogpile into him, okay? They just jumped on him, and then the referee counted, and it's like 20, 30 guys on him. But somehow, some way, Mike Bennett was the one to pin R-Truth and win the 24/7 title. And as he had the title, he ran off and tried to find a route to hide in, which it was something that said WWE officials. The people started to come to the door. Maria showed up then, pregnant, telling everybody to go, and demanded that Bennett let her in. And Mike said, "How do I know you're not Carmela pretending to be my wife?" Maria said, "If you don't open this door, I'm going to kick you in the vagina." So, yes, more emasculating Mike Bennett. Here we go. We just have to make this man look like a punk, okay? And then again, this is also a PG show, right? So when is the last time you even heard the word vagina on this show? You haven't. Okay, so what, are we getting away from the PG thing in that? I don't know, and I just don't get this emasculating thing every week. Mike eventually did open the door and let him in, and that's when we went to a gauntlet match. I don't even know why they had this kicking off the entire show. The 24/7 title, you know you're going to see it sooner or later, some silly type of thing. Especially after what happened last week. But now, what do you have, huh? Mike Bennett, of course, getting punked out in the beginning of the show, emasculation, and somehow we have a new champion, and everybody else stands there like job guys then. Oh, we're going to get to more of that later on, no, but, oh yeah, this was a long show. A very long show, because we then went to a gauntlet match then, and whoever wins was going to face AJ Styles at SummerSlam for the United States Champion, which this match was very predictable. This wasn't bad on any means, but this was very predictable who was going to win, because number one, we had Rey Mysterio going against Cesaro first, which I thought it was a pretty good match. I actually did like when Rey had tried to go for the Hurricane Rana, and he rolled to the outside. Well, he tried to Hurricane Rana Cesaro out of the ring, but Cesaro did fall out of the ring, caught, still had, Rey Mysterio on him, and then threw him into the barricade thing. I thought that was pretty cool that, he just kind of held on to him and stuff. So, that's why. At least we had a commercial break going to wrestling, not a restart. But, yeah, I thought this match was good with both Mysterio and Cesaro. Ended up with Mysterio doing a crazy modified bulldog from the top rope. He did a 619 and a frog slash for the win. So I'm not kind of surprised Cesaro was pinned first. Next thing you know, Sami Zayn, who they continue to bury every week. You might as well call him a job guy. He hasn't won a match ever since he came back after WrestleMania. I don't know why they keep screwing with him, but trust me, my neighbor does not like Sami Zayn, so I'm sure he's having a kick out of this right now. Yeah, Sami Zayn was literally gone in seconds. Mysterio rolled him up. I don't understand why, but they did. Next thing you know, Almas, who is a SmackDown guy, and I'm sitting there wondering, when is the last time Almas won a match? Because wasn't this guy, didn't Apollo Crews beat him like in under a minute on SmackDown not that long ago? So how is he even getting a shot for the U.S. title, and he's on a different show? Makes no sense, but hey, there you go. Wild cards, people. Wild cards. But, you pretty much, I guess, they restarted, I guess. And it was, Almas and Mysterio in there. They rang the bell. This wasn't bad. I don't know why Cole act like it wasn't 3 or it was the final one in there. But, pretty much, Almas ended up hitting the hammerlock DDT on Rey Mysterio to pretty much get the win. And then who was going to be the last one? Who do you expect? Ricochet. Ricochet went against Almas. Other than the whole restart the match when he gets in the ring, after the commercial. It wasn't bad. 630 for the win. Ricochet versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam for the U.S. title. Am I surprised? Not really. Pretty predictable. But come on. You knew who was gonna get. I don't know why they gave Almas a title shot and he's on SmackDown. Sami Zayn, I don't know how he gets any type of title shot. The guy loses every freaking week. Just loses. But I also put Cesaro in there too. He lost to Aleister Black 2 times. But hey, we're just handing out title shots to anybody out here. It looks like even Mysterio. When's the last time Mysterio won a match? Was this guy killed by Bobby Lashley when he came back? In under a minute or 2 minutes, I think it was. I don't remember, but it was one of those things. But yeah, of course Ricochet was going to win. Because then they went to Ricochet talking in the ring. And he says no one could have believed it when he beat Samoa Joe for the U.S. title. And he's going to do that again when he beats AJ Styles at SummerSlam. Ricochet ain't really the best promo cutter out there. But he got his statement across. Okay? So, Ricochet trying to be the underdog. Which I don't even look as the underdog right now. But, yeah, we'll see how this is gonna go. As for the gauntlet match itself, it wasn't bad, but you just kind of knew how this was gonna play out. But still, was odd at several points. We're just burying Sami Zayn like it's no tomorrow. So I just don't even get that anymore. You know, the rest of us wasn't that bad. I thought Ray was doing great out there, but I knew he probably was going to be gone after when Almas came out. But like I said, he's a SmackDown guy, so why is he on Raw? But like I said, wild cards, that's why. So there you go. But I don't know. Could they have gotten a better way than do a gauntlet match? Maybe, but I guess they went with that. We then went back to the 24/7 title where Mike and Maria said, you know, you can finally be proud of me and treat me with respect. Maria said, get on your back like you usually do. He didn't want to do it, but he eventually did. She brought a referee in and pretty much says, I'm pinning you because that my unborn child as a champion for a parent or son. I don't know where this is going. So he pretty much lays down like a punk. And what? She steps on him. And now Maria is the first ever pregnant champion. Which she said like pregnant champ, first pregnant champ. And then gloated to the rosters all the way. So you can't go after pregnant women. Hey Titus, you were the first champion, right? Well, you can't get it back because you can't beat a pregnant woman. And, you know, half the other wrestlers are standing there saying, like, we can't do nothing. But, oh, watch. It'll be something silly by next week. And I'm sure Truth is going to get that one belt back with another because she has to see her gynecologist, I believe, next week. So don't be surprised if they do some doctor segment on Raw. And I'm predicting this right now. And somehow Truth, Carmela, or Spud, or anybody's going to get involved with this Maria thing. Ow. Maria thing, and somehow they would get the belt back from her. Okay, so she just went around gloating pregnant champ all night. Moment of Bliss. Who gives a crap about this show? Seriously, why do they like I said, they have this girl on TV, and I'm gonna speak more on that later. It's because she's hot. That's it. It's eye candy nearly at this point. So we do this Moment of Bliss thing and talked about Maria winning the title while pregnant. But then she talked about how WWE stepping over boundaries and the Raw reunion last week. And, you know, Ziggler betrayed the family. And I'm saying, where is this going? So they pretty much showed this thing earlier in the day at Empty Arena where Natalya was training with Finlay and I believe some other rookies, you know, about trying to wait to counter the disarmer and get out of it. Becky Lynch ended up coming in, kicked Finlay in the nuts, and then put the disarmer on her. But fans chanted for Becky. Bliss said, you all should be mad for this bad behavior. Becky showed up on the screen, talked about Bliss, said, you know, oh, you want to talk big when you're a distance, huh? And like, you know, and then pretty much said, Nikki Cross, you come all the way from Scotland just to be a coffee maker for this dope. That's the main word with Becky. You dope. It's fun to say. You dope. I may make a t-shirt out of that. I have an idea for that anyways. Think about that. But Becky said, I thought you were this crazy woman and everything. But this Bliss is going to have nowhere to hide until later. But during that, next thing you know, fresh out the pen himself, Jimmy Uso and of course the Usos. But yeah, Jimmy Uso, fresh out the pen again. Dude gets arrested last week for another DUI. Hey, man, months ago, he was out there fighting with the cops. What is this, second, third arrest? Hey, WWE ain't gonna do nothing about it, though. We all know that. He's just gonna say he's responsible for his own actions, but hey, how long can that go, huh? But somehow, there's one thing with the Usos, like, hey, they get arrested, but we just handing out title shots to them. Hey, I got a DUI again. What is this? Say like, what's a second, third arrest or whatever, but hey, I got another title shot. I'm back on TV. WWE ain't gonna really be mad about it and do nothing. They probably should do something, as some say. But, yeah, but somehow, hey, they get a title shot just like last time. One gets arrested, they win the titles a few days later and get a title shot. But, one gets arrested again. And, you know, they start come out there. They doing a gloating thing. Or I shouldn't say gloat, but, you know, hyping up themselves for this title match. And yeah, like I said, man, that's Samoan. They untouchable. I sometimes feel like if you are Samoan in this company, you are untouchable. And right now, I believe these guys are untouchable, man. Uso Penitentiary ain't no gimmick, man. It's real out here for them, I guess. But why are they getting a title? I'm just saying, man, they get a title shot. Arrested. It is a triple threat tag match. Them, the OC, California, and the Revival in a triple threat tag match for the Raw titles. First off, it's 2 weeks from SummerSlam. Why don't you wait till SummerSlam? B, how did the OC even get a title shot? Who have they beaten to get a title shot? If you remember, they lost the Usos at one point, and both of them lost to Ricochet back-to-back individually. How are they getting a title shot? I don't get it. This match, though, wasn't that bad, number one. Went nearly 20 minutes, but it was pretty good. It ended up with, Revival hitting the Shatter Machine. I think it was Jimmy Uso. And they would try to get the pin, but Anderson and them came in. Gallows and Anderson hit the Magic Kill on Jimmy. This is probably Jimmy Uso's only punishment out of this. He gets pinned. That's probably his only punishment, is that the Usos took the pinfall and nothing else. So nothing will happen to them after that. But the OC win the tag titles then. First off, the Revival, they did nothing with the Revival for their tag when they pretty much won the belts. They pretty much were losing more than they were winning, and they were the tag team champions. But hey, let's keep screwing with these guys anyway. I thought things would have been turning around for the Revival now, but nope. They keep making them as jokes, even though when they are the champions. Why did they push the OC when these guys have lost more than they won? Because we got to make them and AJ look powerful in this makeshift Bullet Club thing again. So they got a lot of gold right now. And I believe some say they signed that 5-year deal. So, hey, we're going to give you the titles and everything. The Revival, I guess see you later then. They just forgot about them. Usos, they'll probably get another title shot. After looking at tonight, they probably will get another title shot, okay? They most likely will. But Gallows and Anderson, tag champions. Let's see what happens. AJ was in the back, I guess, getting ready to celebrate then. They all, they were going to interview, but they were all yelling, and, AJ jumped on the table and had a bottle of champagne. I guess he was going to spray it, but it couldn't open, so they just picked up some shrimp or food, or it looked like shrimp, I think it was, and they couldn't get the thing open, so that's why. They then went to, they kept, what else they talked about? SmackDown tomorrow night. Trish Stratus and Jerry Lawler will be on there. I'm sure that will get some ratings for the King's Court. But, hey, it's always nice to see Trish, though. What else they talked about? This Ziggler, Shawn Michaels thing. Listen, I don't know what happened on that Smackville show last Saturday. I didn't watch it. I was watching the G1, and I didn't really care about the Smackville thing. I heard Michaels tried to dress as HBK, but like in DX gear, I heard. I don't know none that much about. Like I said, I only knew it was 3 matches, but I didn't watch the show because I wasn't going to waste my time watching a house show. So that's why I don't see where that's going. And the commentators are putting out this like, oh, it's disgusting and despicable for what Ziggler did to Shawn Michaels, or for that match back at the Super Showdown thing, or I don't know. So I don't. You gonna see more of that tonight too. The Viking Raiders, job guys. Why are we still? Can we get some challenge for them? I don't think first off, this was, no one cared in this crowd, okay? What was it, Little Rock, Arkansas tonight? Nobody cared. They didn't. They just faced some no names. This is like, how many times are they gonna face these job guys, just low level tag teams, or just enhancement talent? Are we past that stage yet? Because I don't even know how long this has been going for with this at this point. Other than that, over, I don't know where they're going with this, but it's not good. Give them some competition. I've said that last week, but now it's just getting ridiculous at this point. Give them something. Street Profits. Talking about the show tonight. Montez Ford, talked about how Maria's untouchable now. She has the 24/7 title, and Dawkins there said yes, that is true. But Ford said She said that Mike may not be the real father to that kid right there. You know what she said? That someone else could have got him pregnant. Dawkins, pretty much says, yeah. Someone could have then. Try to act all cocky and everything. And then, Ford was like, did you spray the oats everywhere? So, Dawkins could be the dad? Did he hit that? I don't know if he did, but the way he was putting it out there, man, he was, spreading the world out there, man. He could have laid the pipe, as some say. That's what he probably did. But as they kept talking about that, Seth Rollins showed up. What was that noise? Yes, Seth Rollins showed up. He talked to the Street Profits, and they were talking about the whole burn it down thing. But Rollins says, no. If you're gonna say it, you gotta say it with some stink on it. And they pretty much said, all burn it down before they left. Oh, this is gonna be a funny one of how ridiculous this angle is next now. Becky Lynch goes against Alexa Bliss. You could tell how this match was gonna go out. Nothing, pretty much. Okay, and my friend told me everything that was gonna happen in this match on Snapchat. First off, this match was not good with Becky and Alexa Bliss. I'm surprised Alexa Bliss even wrestled in a match this week, other than being in the whole moment of crap segment this week. I just get to the point. This girl is just eye candy at this point, because I am just waiting now. There's like a few weeks ago, go to Twitter and complain about the fans and everything because of what they chanted. That's what I was gonna just wait for, her complain about why people don't like a match. But this match ain't nothing really to talk about. It's not like Bliss did more rest holds than usual, but it ended up with Becky doing a Beck exploder. And then what does she do? Just like my friend said on Snapchat, she's gonna fake the injury, stop the match. For some reason, we're protecting this girl because she can't be pinned by the champion for some reason. But we're going to do that and restart the match with Nikki Cross. I don't really think that's getting over. But it's going to add something else to the whole Nikki Cross and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss storyline. I'm sure that's what people are going to say about that. But it ended up being Becky versus Nikki Cross. Restart the match. Becky wins the manhandle slam and beat her. But then next thing you know, of course, what was gonna happen? As like I said, my friend said this on Snapchat. She faked the injury. Her and Nikki Cross attacked from behind. Natalya came out for the save, but she put the sharpshooter on Becky from earlier. And then they interviewed her in the back. And that their friendship is damaged. It's not about being friends or anything. I offered to shake her and be professional, but she didn't want to do it. And she says, you know what? I may propose a challenge, a submission match. But she doubted that the man had the guts to do it. So she's not going to issue that challenge then. So that's why. First off, is Becky or Natalya the heel? Because it looked like Becky's more of a heel attacking her. Excuse me. Yes, attacking her while she's in the training session, but now who's the heel here? Are both of them faces and stuff? All right, I don't know. And I'm seeing some people right now saying Becky is not as over as she once was probably a few months ago and everything, because she did have a bad reaction, but I'm already seeing people on the internet saying that she is not as over as she used to be right now, especially since Mania. So now it's almost like it's been a cool off from this. Well, they say it's been a cool off for a while now. Maybe it's because the opponents they give her and they're not that good heels. But I thought she was actually the heel in this one. Just kind of go back from earlier segment. But I guess we'll see where this goes, but this whole thing really match get anybody over. I know it's supposed to focus on their match with SummerSlam, but all it looked like they did in this whole match was protect Bliss because they didn't want to be pinned by the champion. But hey, just watch the White Knights, the Alexa Bliss marks are going to defend her to the death, just like they were a few weeks ago. So don't be surprised again. I've seen them before. I've dealt with them before. They are morons. But next, Maria was posing with the 24/7 title until Braun Strowman showed up. Maria said, "Your crown and everything." It says, "Oh, you don't know what pregnant women go through. You know how to make one, but you can't take care of it." And then next thing I was like, "Let's see, you would be strong. Let's see what you can do." Strowman just looked in the camera. Is Strowman going to be the 24/7 champ? Is he going to be the one to pin her? I don't know where this is going. Seth Rollins came out. Then what else? HBK 1.0 right there. Dolph Ziggler. He came out and talked about how the fans were gullible because they thought Shawn Michaels was going to come out. He kind of had his gear on. And then once again, we're taking more of these shots at Goldberg. What is the meaning behind these Goldberg shots? Because this is like the third one I've heard now. Is it like somebody told me, is it gonna be a match with Goldberg? Is that what y'all setting up for? Or Shawn and Goldberg versus Ziggler or something? Listen, I said it before, the match sucked at that Super Showdown thing, but is this like some type of inside joke in the company? Because I know people were already pissed at him, and I believe Taker was pissed at him too after what happened in Saudi Arabia, but now we're just gonna bury Goldberg every chance we get on TV using Ziggler to do it. So I don't know where this is going, because he said Ziggler and Michaels are both pathetic, but dude, aren't you supposed to be going against Shawn Michaels? What does Goldberg have to do with any of this? Is he getting some Matt Riddle, I guess, because Riddle did it at first, so now he's doing it, or something? Maybe they got something against him in the back that they bury him on TV every week now. So I don't know where that's going. But the match did end up with Rollins and Ziggler. Not much to say from this other than Brock coming out, then his music hit. Seth looked like he saw a ghost. Ziggler had held onto his leg. Brock came in, clotheslined him, DQ. He started beating the crap out of Seth Rollins, suplexing him all over the place to the outside, throwing him into the barricade, F5ing him on the ring post, and then, and I thought this was some brutal bumps right here, because it was like blood coming from Seth then from his mouth. F5ing him on the steel chair into the outside of the ring 2 times he did. So he had like another F5. Yeah, he had like another F5 and hit him a second time on there as Seth barely stood up. And, he was just bleeding from his mouth. They had EMTs come out there. So I didn't really I didn't think anybody expected Brock to show up this time, because this was actually unadvertised. But hey, Seth was talking a lot of crap out here, talking about Brock last week, getting that very cringe-like promo. And I'm sure people act like I'm sure it's not like Seth didn't have it coming, and I'm sure people are gonna say he had it coming anyways for all the stuff he says on Twitter right now that people have him against. But Lesnar beating the living crap out of the living crap out of Seth and everything. I'm assuming this is just to make Brock look like a beast, and because he just beat the crap out of him and everything. So that's why. But unless they're trying to put sympathy on Seth Rollins now. So let's see if he'll beat Brock again at SummerSlam like he did at WrestleMania. Because actually, there hasn't been a lot of heat to this match anyway, so at least they got to do something. They only got 2 weeks till SummerSlam, so they got to make this look good. It's better than what happened last week with that horrible promo. So, they were beating the crap out of Seth. And as Seth was being stretchered, you could see Becky Lynch, the Usos, and Roman Reigns are right there. Samoa Joe and Gallows and Anderson ended up attacking Reigns and the Usos, but as they kind of jumped them and left, the cameras followed Seth Rollins in the ambulance. For some reason, before they drove off, Brock Lesnar tells them to stop, and immediately they listen, even though they never really moved the ambulance. But hey, Brock can tell them what to do, and he threw Seth. He opened the door, throws Seth out of the back of the ambulance onto the stretcher, and picks up Rollins, F5s him on the stretcher. So Yeah, they are beating the living crap out of this guy tonight. All right, so they are trying to put much sympathy as him on possible, and it gets like blood and blood mouth and all that. But what did some people say about Vince over the weekend? About blood and guts. That he talked about AEW. I keep hearing that line all night, so people have been talking about that. But yeah, I'm assuming this is going to make Seth look like a sympathetic face and Brock look like a beast. So yeah, let's have him kill Seth a whole bunch of times throughout the night. Even make people get out of the ambulance car. Samoa Joe came out for this Samoan Summit, which Joe said looks like there's not going to be a Samoan Summit tonight. So he said he was ready to fight. So Reigns come out here so I can beat you up some more. Reigns came out. They end up fighting going back and forth to the outside of the ring. Reigns threw some steel steps at Joe. McIntyre came out and attacked Reigns then as they were trying to jump him. Cedric Alexander then came out to help, doing a dive on Joe. Joe and McIntyre pretty much got fighting up to the stage as McIntyre threw Alexander into the stage and off the stage then. And him and Joe were about to put Roman through a table, but the Usos came out to help then. And then Gallows and Anderson came out and attacked. And then next thing you know, Cedric Alexander jumps off from the top of the stage then, flying on everybody. Alexander and McIntyre went back to the ring. Drew's had to hit a Claymore kick. But pretty much Alexander dodged him and hit him with a kick. Gallows and Anderson came back. He's about pretty much, I don't know what he was about to go for, but he stopped them. Reigns come back with Superman punches on the OC and McIntyre then. Alexander does this big dive on McIntyre the outside. They'll say everything was getting chaotic and kind of cool, so I did like this brawl. But then next thing you know, Usos double super kick Joe, speared in, knock him out. And that was the end of the show. So I did like the brawl at the ending. So that was pretty cool because everything was just going into chaos and insanity in the back right now. So I did like that. And it's good actually Cedric Alexander back in some of the main event. Would I be surprised? Don't be surprised if you see an 8-man tag next week. I'm sure it's going to happen. And I'm sure all these guys will have matches at SummerSlam against each other. Hey, we're probably going to get the Usos another title shot and probably lead the Revival out and put them against Gallows and Anderson. I can see Roman versus Joe. Again, nobody doesn't really want to see that. And Cedric versus Cedric versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that at SummerSlam. But I expect to see an 8-man tag, and the faces kind of went over again. And they only got one more week to build this because it's like the go-home show is next week. So they got to do what they can to build into SummerSlam. But I will say about Raw tonight, do I think it was bad as usual? In some ways, yes. Did they build into something to SummerSlam? I will say, yeah. Is there a lot of logic gaps in this show and why some of these matches happen or why any of these title changes happen? Yeah, there's several logic gaps to this. But I did like the ending brawl. Brock pretty much killing Seth. We got to make him look a dominant heel. I didn't think that was bad. It was a good beatdown, though. I will say that. Some brutal shots, though. I don't really give a kind of crap about HB Ziggler right there, to be honest. I don't know. It's not like he was going to beat Seth anyways, but I guess there's still been a match with him and Seth. The 24/7 title gets more ridiculous. Maria, pregnant. I told you what the idea is for next week, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm right. So, yes, we have to punk out as Mike Bennett, emasculate him as much as possible. I do not give a crap about whatever Bliss segment or match is going on, and the Becky one didn't help either. And then her entire thing was somewhat a little bit interesting, but I don't know, not interesting enough. Street Profits, I thought that little segment was pretty funny. Viking Raiders, they still face job guys for some reason. The OC have all the belts right now. Why wasn't this match done at SummerSlam, but we do it tonight? I don't know, okay? I have no idea. Usos get a title shot because, hey, I'm fresh out the pen. I got arrested, but get another belt title shot just for the crap of it. But, yeah, this match could have been at SummerSlam, though. Why do it tonight? Unless the Revival going to get a rematch. I don't know. Other than the opening, yeah, they opened with the 24/7 bell, which I'm just surprised they didn't do that later in the show. I didn't mind the Gauntlet match either, but it was very, very predictable who was going to win, who was really going to lose, okay? I kind of expected Ricochet to win. He was kind of the last one out anyways. And I thought Ray was great in the match. Sammy continues to get buried. Cesaro was good out there also, but I don't remember when he's last time he's won. Almost is a SmackDown guy. So, yeah, that's Raw for you tonight. Do I think it was, bad? That bad? In some ways, yes, but I'm not going to say it was too horrible crap, but I can crap on a lot of these segments. There's a lot more negatives than you can find positives from this show, just from several different things and logic gaps. Like I said, I probably like the reunion show better. Honestly, I'm sure people were hoping Austin would have showed back on this show. They've been promoting this show all night on the USA Network. Hey, the guy looks like I said before last week, the guy looks like he can go for the WWE title one more time. Hey, make it happen. But yeah, that's Raw for you. So yeah, but at least they're doing something that's going on into SummerSlam. I thought SmackDown booked batches way better for next week, but hey, I'm sure people are glad they didn't see Shane McMahon on here too. But like I said, the show had its hits and misses and everything. I just feel like sometimes you just find more negatives than you find positives out of Raw, just to the silly mess they're going. But I did like some things and I didn't like some things. So yeah, that's my review of Monday Night Raw. Ow. Tonight. So yes, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about this show. Tell me what you thought about this show. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Check out other reviews. Check out my G1 Climax 29 update video and my Impact Wrestling review that's online right now. So yeah, tell me what you thought about Monday Night Raw tonight. Did you hate this show? Did you like this show? Whatever logic gaps or anything that made sense to you, I don't know, because there's just so many different things going on. And I will say one thing about the Seth segment too, real quick, with Brock. Just no fans will chant one more time, and this guy's supposed to be the face, and they're chanting one more time for Brock to hit him again. So I don't know, what does that tell you, huh? But other than that, I'm done with this review. I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe. You know it's me. It's VHDD. Come here with the news and reviews. You know I am, know what I do. Okay, what I saw. This is Monday Night Raw. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I will see you guys later. Peace out. I gotta get back to that dentist tomorrow, because this mask thing is not gonna keep working.